Hey guys, Burn here and welcome to a brand new video on the channel. This is another edition of Tech News, the series on this channel where I give you a quick rundown on some of the top tech news topics of the day or of the week. In this video I have a few interesting things to talk about, so let's get right into it. MIT built a robot that can 3D print a building. A new system developed at MIT is able to print a basic structure in one go, according to the team's paper in the journal Science Robotics. The system comprises a tracked vehicle mounted with a large robotic arm. At the end of this robotic arm is a smaller precision motor robotic arm used to extrude concrete or spray insulation material. Its free moving can be customized to print on any suitable surface and is intended to be self-sufficient. The team tested the system by printing the basic structure of the walls of a dome 15 meters or 50 feet in diameter and 3.65 meters or 12 feet in height out of insulation foam. The structure took 14 hours to print in total, creating a mold in which concrete is poured. The aim is in the future to have something totally autonomous that you could send to the moon or Mars or Antarctica, and it would just go out and make these buildings for years, said lead author Stephen Keaton. Honestly, this is a really cool development and I don't really consider it as a prize since it's coming from MIT of all places, but I'm interested in seeing how far this goes. So while browsing through my usual tech news feeds, I came across a really interesting article on CNET where they compared the battery life of the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus, Motorola Moto Z Play, Samsung Galaxy A7, Huawei Mate 9, OnePlus 3T and Oppo R9s Plus. The article really provides some interesting insights on the differences and similarities between the smartphones, and I think it would really be an interesting thing for you guys to check out. So as usual, the link will be in the description below. Seagate built a hard drive with a micro SD slot for DJI drones. Seagate has announced a new hard drive specifically designed for drone users, the DJI Fly Drive. The drive offers up to 2 TB of storage and features an integrated USB-C cable, both of which are fairly routine for an external hard drive these days. But what separates it from other drives is the built-in micro SD card slot. According to Seagate, the included micro SD slot is designed to make it easy to quickly transfer drone footage over to the drive while out in the field. To that end, the slot is rated for cards up to UHS 2 speeds, which should help to quickly transfer files from even high capacity cards. Additionally, the new drive also features a built-in protective bumper, which also houses the aforementioned USB-C cable, in deference to the fact that you'll probably be using this while away from a desk. It seems that Google is making a pair of over-air Bluetooth headphones. As spotted by Lily Putin, something odd just showed up over at the FCC. A pair of Google branded over-air active noise cancelling headphones. They don't look like anything super special outside of the trademark Google colors surrounding the power button on each ear. Now this is really interesting because as far as I know, Google has never really developed any type of publicly released headphones. This really seems to be a first for Google if it's true. The headphones, model number GID5B, have a built-in microphone for answering calls, charge over a micro USB, and include a traditional audio cable for tethering listening, but the manual does not mention Google or any other catchier brand name. But now a little update has revealed that these are likely an upgrade to existing headphones that Google is used to its employees. The circle logo is definitely the same, and while GID5B does not look amazing, it certainly seems like an improvement. Instagram appears to be picking up new users faster than ever before. The company just announced that it's hit the milestone of 700 million active monthly users. It's the shortest time Instagram has ever taken to add 100 million to its total. Instagram launched in October 2010 and did not reach 100 million monthly users until February 2013, but ever since hitting 200 million in March 2014, the Facebook-owned service steadily added 100 million to its total every 9 months until last December when it announced 600 million monthly active users. That means it took Instagram 6 months to gain those 100 million new users, and this time it's taken just 4. Monthly active users is a commonly used metric, but it's not without its limitations. The figure does not allow for much nuance in terms of engagement. Someone who checks and posts to Instagram multiple times a day is far more valuable to the service than someone who scrolls through their timeline once or twice a month. And go for a given period could include lapsed users who've returned, though that's unlikely to be significant. This bit of news actually is not extremely surprising since online media is becoming more and more centered around visual stimuli. People are attracted to these kinds of things, and it's really cool to see these numbers rising more and more. Samsung's refurbished Galaxy Note 7 will reportedly go on sale in June. Last month, Samsung confirmed it would be selling refurbished Note 7 devices, and now we know where and when the phones will go on sale. According to a report from ET News via SamMobile, the recycled Note 7 will be available in South Korea from 3 carriers this June. Branding and pricing have still been negotiated, but the handset will reportedly go on sale as the Galaxy Note 7R with a price tag of around 700,000 won. That's about $620 US, or 300,000 won or $266 cheaper than the original. Around 300,000 units of the 3 million to 4 million Note 7 phones recalled in the region will reportedly go on sale. Reddit is putting limits on subreddit customization, and users are worried. Reddit is making some big changes to the way individual communities can customize their look, and it has some users worried that subreddits are going to get a lot less interesting. The operators of subreddits have long been given access to the community's CSS, web styling information that lets them heavily customize the look of the page. But in the coming months, Reddit is going to stop offering that. Instead, Reddit plans to create specific customization tools that will let subreddit managers change the look of their pages. That will make it a lot easier for people to make changes, but it will likely be a lot more limiting. Leaving the CSS open to subreddit managers has offered a ton of flexibility and means that basically every popular community you visit on the site will have its own look. Common changes include custom hidden images of photos, themed icons and backgrounds, and the addition of calendars, menus and other tools. But relying on custom CSS poses a number of problems, which Reddit CEO Steve Huffman pointed out while announcing the changes. For one, you have to know how to code CSS, which not everyone can do, and two, the customizations largely don't display on mobile, which Huffman says accounts for more than half of all Reddit views. There were also bigger problems for Reddit's engineers. Huffman says they've had to be careful while making changes to the site because they could break subreddits' looks. By limiting what subreddits can do, this new system will avoid that. The customization tools will come as part of a full redesign of the site. There is no estimate on when that will be ready, but Huffman talks about the associated design tools in terms of months. And our final story for today, BlackBerry KeyOne will be available next month. The BlackBerry KeyOne smartphone will be available for purchase in the US and Canada starting next month, according to a press release from TCL, the device's manufacturer. The KeyOne is the first TCL manufactured BlackBerry phone to feature a physical keyboard, which was a significant feature of BlackBerry smartphones years ago. It will be available for purchase in Canada first, with pre-order starting on May 18th. Canadian customers will be able to get the phone from Bell MTS, Rogers, Sask, TEL and TELUS Business for $199 with a 2-year contract. It will be available unlocked in the US starting on May 31st for $549. The KeyOne has a 4.5-inch touchscreen, 12 megapixel camera, a Qualcomm Snapdragon 625 processor, along with a 3,505 mAh battery. And that's just about it for today's episode of Tech News. If you enjoyed it, learned anything new or want more, feel free to subscribe, comment below and leave a like down below. Check out previous videos using the links provided below, as well as the links to all my info sources in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll be seeing you in the next video.